Good morning, people. I have a drop day today, and I thought this would be a perfect time to vlog because it's a sample sale. And so I get to show you all the stuff that I worked on before, what I'm working on in the future. Right now I have to get the website set up and upload all of the items that I'm selling. So I'm gonna do that, and the drop is at 10, and right now it's like 8:30. So wish me luck. It's now 9:41 and the drop is in 20 minutes. So I figured now would be a good time to show you what I'm selling. My studio is an absolute mess. I was cutting out a tote bag for a client. I'm doing a production of like some really heavy waxed canvas totes. And so everything is just, fabric all over the place. But anyways, let me show you what I'm working on. So this is the Heritage jean. These are wash samples. I went through like 5 different wash samples to finally come up with the production sample, which is this right here. I'm kind of obsessive over how the washes look. And as you can see, the one on the left is just a little bit more artificial than I'd want. The production sample has better tinting, better whiskering on the thighs, and overall just looks like a higher quality jean. You can especially see it on the back of the leg with these honeycombs. Just like really beautiful attention to detail. Whereas on some of the other samples, they still look good. This is probably a better sample than some of the other ones. If we look at this other one, it's a little bit more washed out. You don't really have any of the rich color, and the honeycombs aren't as pronounced, and it just doesn't look as good. This is the importance of sampling, just to come up with the right looking pant. Now, I'm also selling some hoodie samples. This is the oil colorway and the repaired heather colorway. This was my first ever drop called the Yuma uniform. So just a raw denim with a bias taped out seam. Still really proud of these jeans, especially for my first release ever. It's an American milled denim, and it has raw copper Japanese hardware, including a 2-pronged button with clean finish seams all throughout. And so I had a few samples left over, and I thought might as well sell it, Been a lot of people asking me if I'm gonna be restocking a lot of these styles, and my answer is no, because I have so much that I'm working on that I feel like going back to a collection just takes time away from what I want to be creating. I'm also releasing this. This is called the Yuma keychain. These are some samples, not really samples, more of like B-grade versions where either like the stitching was a little off or the rivet was placed a little bit off, but still like really usable keychains. If you saw my other video, you saw me actually patina this brass hardware, and this is how it looks on the final production. Super happy with it. So I'm releasing some of those, and when it gets closer to drop time, I'll throw up the camera and we'll see if anybody buys. All right, it's now 10:11, and all of the samples are sold out except for the charcoal, and I still have a few keychains left. Success. Now the question is, should I make my coffee or should I go? Could I get a large matcha latte and iced? I did say I was gonna get a coffee, but I've been having coffee a lot, and I wanted to try Whole Foods matcha. It's very cheap, actually. It's like $5 for a large. Like, that's a lot of... Anyways, since I'm working with a lot of vendors, whether it be sewing, washing, cutting, a lot of times timelines shift around based on when my product's ready. And so I just got the text that my cutter dropped off the cut to my sewer, and that means my sewer is going to start sewing, and I need to drop off the ribbing for the neck so that they can sew the neck. So I'm going to take you along with me to pick up the bias for the collar and drop it off to my sewer. This is the fit for today. On top, I have a maedeam standard issue t-shirt. For pants, I'm wearing some vintage military pants that are actually the reference for a pant that I'm coming out with soon that I'm really excited about. And then Uggs. Yeah, I can do Adobe Illustrator.
Yeah, but you should put it on it.
I see.
No, the one that
I'm laying on the floor. Driving around LA and making like decisions is pretty tiring. The ground feels nice. So I'm gonna finish doing some tag stuff. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, I just finished tag design. They gave me a couple samples to look over. This is just for the care label. I have a whole nother design that I'm doing for the shirt tag that'll go right on the back there. And that's gonna be like a vintage shuttle loom woven label. But that requires the sample to get sent out because I'm doing it overseas. So these care labels should be done by Monday, and then the woven labels will be put in after they're washed. That's done. Now, honestly, I think I'm gonna edit this video a little bit. I edited the video a little bit. Hopefully you're enjoying it if I've posted it. I'm like a little bit worried that like I didn't do enough today or I didn't capture enough. It's really difficult, obviously, like because I'm by myself, like I have to vlog it, but also, you know, the places that I'm going, I don't want to be disrespectful or like annoying by like holding a camera in their faces. So let me know down in the comments if you're enjoying the video or what you would even want to see. I think now is maybe a good time to talk about what I'm going to be releasing soon. It is now the next day, and I have a sales update for our little sample sale that we did. All of the keychains and jeans are sold out. They sold out within the first like 2 hours. And I think I sold like 2 to 4 hoodies, which is good because I only had one size available and it was like an XL. So definitely not mad about that. So overall, a very good sale, and it gave me the reassurance that people actually still want the stuff that's even, you know, a year old at this point. But I wanted to show you the stuff that I'm coming out with very soon. So these are the maedeam standard issue t-shirts, but I'll be releasing one with a graphic called the Wing Lion. This will be a part of a larger mascots collection, which is a reinterpretation of all of the squadrons that my dad flew in. If you didn't know, my dad flew F-35s, F-18s, and he was a part of squadrons. Squadrons have mascots, and I thought what a cool way to pay homage by recontextualizing them in the form of an American traditional style tattoo. So this mascot was a winged lion, and I commissioned a graphic designer to redesign it as a tattoo. I was shooting for the kind of 80s, 90s range, but the shirt is pretty true to like a 60s and 70s vintage blank, and I'm actually wearing it right now. So the standard issue t-shirt will be releasing in 3 colors. The first one being white, the second being this beautiful ivory color, and the third being this tri-blend heather gray. Now, all of them will be in a short sleeve variation, but this is a long sleeve. I was just testing out a different style, which I'm super excited about as well. But you'll probably see this in winter. Now, something that's interesting about these t-shirts is each color is not only a different color, but also a different fabric. So the white variant is actually a 50% cotton, 50% modal blend. So modal is actually made from beech trees. They grind up the wood into pulp and then create this fabric from it. It's technically a semi-synthetic because it goes through a chemical process, but the chemical process is actually pretty eco-friendly because they just reuse the chemicals over and over again. And it creates some of the softest fabric you've ever felt. Since it's blended with cotton, it doesn't feel too dissimilar from a really comfy cotton t-shirt, but with the modal, it's just right out of the package, it's just incredibly soft. And thankfully, all of these shirts will be incredibly soft because they go through an enzyme and softener wash process. Just all around, kind of a perfect fitting t-shirt. Something that all of the t-shirts will include is a mounted collar, single stitch sleeves and hem. And like I stated earlier, they will all be thrown through a wash process to give it a nice vintage hand feel. And obviously everything is cut and sewn here in Los Angeles. Now, fun fact about Heather Gray, I would say 95% of Heather Gray is actually made from synthetic fabrics, because in order to get this variation in the fabric, you have to weave together natural fibers and synthetic fibers, because then when you dye it, you get the variation, because polyester fibers don't take dye as well as cotton fibers. This is blended with polyester, rayon, and cotton. We also have 100% cotton. This is a 100% cotton, slightly sheer, slightly slubby jersey. There will be some shirts available with the winged lion graphic, but there will also be shirts available in a plain ivory colorway. These 3 t-shirts will be available sometime this month, hopefully mid-August, but my intuition tells me that it'll come out a little bit after that. And let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about this release. I'm gonna call these the officer pant, but I haven't actually decided what to call these. So traditionally, this is referred to as a Frisco jean. The reason that they're called a Frisco jean is because of this pocket shape right here. It's traditionally called a frogmouth pocket. Traditionally, frogmouth pockets come all the way up and over and make it really difficult to put your hands in when you're sitting. So we opted for this more easy access version, but it still has the visual intrigue. Other than that, the thing that makes it a Frisco jean is the fact that it has chino pockets in the back, and it uses a denim twill instead of a traditional chino pant fabric. Like all of the pants that I've released, it has a little belt loop for you to attach your keys to, and then those can slip into your back pocket so that you never lose them. One interesting thing about these jeans is that I did a triple stitch flat felled seam on every single seam on this pant except for the front fly. That means that they're pretty much virtually indestructible, and if you couple that with the 15.5-ounce denim that I used, these jeans could last you like 30 years. Now, the only thing about them is that I don't know when I'm gonna release them. My thought was like, oh, just get them out as soon as possible. But with this kind of denim and this kind of pant, it serves itself better for the winter. And I don't want to spend all the time and money on production for a pant that might be better served in the winter. But yeah, I have one other pattern that I can't show you because it's not going to come out for the next like 2 or 3 months, but that's pretty much what I've been working on. All right, that's it for this video. I have some orders to ship out, so I'm going to get to doing that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.